I repeat, in-dog, stream not down. We just had to restart to get the stove camera on. Because for some reason with the program, if you don't turn it on before you open the program and then go to turn the camera on, it doesn't actually show up. Okay, there's some crazy stuff going on here. Sammy be cooking. So I could show you guys that. He's making the lobster oil. Hey, Eye Seeker, how's it going? How much difference does it make if you allow meat that's cool from being in the fridge to reach room temperature before cooking? And does that apply to even hamburger you use to make burgers? Yes. Yes, it does. So it actually helps a lot. Sammy, are you burning the pot? Okay. It actually helps quite a bit if you pull any type of protein out, even fish, chicken, etc., before cooking it. Because the closer it is to room temperature, the more even it's going to cook. So it cooks from the outside in. So obviously the inside is going to take the longest to come up to temp. And let's say if you're cooking something that needs to be well done, like a chicken, is the outside's going to get really dry before the inside is fully cooked. Hojerific, how are ya? Yeah, the rare moment. Did you try turning it on and off where you literally have to do that? Hilarious. Okay, so just looking at the potato pancake recipe. Posh, thank you for the host. It is getting noisy in here. I don't know if you can tell, guys. So it says we need to mash some potatoes. We are whipping egg whites. So we're whipping 3 egg whites and then mixing the yolks into the mashed potatoes, sprinkling in a little bit of flour, and then we fold in those egg whites. So that's our leavener for the pancakes. And then all we do is fry those up on a skillet, like a pancake, and that's it. Pretty simple, so we don't have to let the batter rest or anything like that. And it says your pan needs to be hot enough, otherwise they won't puff up at all. No problem, Eye Seeker. Heck yeah, jerk marinade, Polsh. I love that, man. How many lobster carcasses? It is 8. 8 lobster carcasses. So we chopped up our mushrooms for the filling. Now we're gonna get into our leek. Sammy's gonna use the greens in the lobster oil. So we'll have to chop those up and wash everything as well, because leeks like to be really nice and sandy. You can even see some just on the outside there. Gotta wash the sand out before you start cooking with it. Croquettes, heck yeah. So good, in-dog. Okay, I'm gonna go wash this up. One. 2. 3. Nice and clean. Move this down a touch. Oh, yeah, that's good still. That's good, good. You were watching the VOD. Yeah, last day is gonna be in August. No, like I'm leaving. That's not gonna be when the break is. I am leaving the restaurant for a bit until Sammy and I do ours. That way I can focus more on streaming and expanding things that I want to work on, not helping make money for someone else. I want to make money for myself and my family. Okay, so for the leek, we need only 2 tablespoons of chopped leek, so that's really not much. But I think we want, I'm gonna save one of this, so I'll give Sammy the other piece of that leek so we don't waste it. So I'm gonna take the 2 tablespoons for the filling from the bottom part here, because that's gonna be the most mild in flavor. And then because I'm cooking up asparagus later, I think I'll finally chop this part and throw that in when we're sauteing the asparagus and cook it with the leek. I think that'll be really good. So for our chopped leek for the filling, I think I want to get that pretty fine. So kind of mimic the size that you chop the mushrooms and slice it that thickness, and then we'll make nice little diced pieces. So I'm gonna go full-time streaming. Not like full time, because I just don't make enough revenue from this. But eventually it will be like a food truck stream with us on it. That is the hopes. But at least now I'll get like 44 hours back in my life a week. And not be exhausted all the time. And like actually want to stream with you guys. There'll just be more heart in it, I think. It'll be better. Sammy, you burnt your tongue? Oh, your thumb. How come? Oh. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. I mean, it was kind of scary. Took me about a month to come to the conclusion. But it's like just the schedule I'm working right now is not working with the things that I want to do in my life. So then something has to change, right? And yeah, it does take a lot of time to think about things, think about how things are going to work themselves out. And that is my conclusion. Okay, the leek for the asparagus, I'm going to do like 1/4 inch thick pieces because this will cook down quite a bit. Maybe we'll even let it caramelize a touch. Get some nice nutty flavor in there. It's going to be a traveling food truck. Heck yeah. That's the joys of getting a food truck in, dog. You're actually looking at some last night. And there is a place here that will build a food truck for you for like 45 grand all in. Brand new stuff. Pretty awesome. Yeah, kiss it better. Kiss the boo-boo better. Oh yeah, that's the hopes, Monastache, honestly. So I am going to start working with Sam and my dad more when I leave the restaurant. Because the sooner we get my dad to retirement, the sooner we can take over his work van currently and turn that into the food truck. That's the plan. Okay, we're just gonna set that leek aside for the asparagus. Next up, our spinach. So we gotta blanch some spinach. It says we need a 1/4 cup blanch, so we'll probably need 2 good handfuls because it's gonna cook down so much. Welcome in, Buff. How's it going, man? So we need to first fill a pot with hot water and add, a good amount of salt to it so it's salty, and we'll season the spinach while it cooks in there for the 5 seconds that it will take. So you want quite a bit of salt to season it. I'm gonna use a pretty small pot. We don't need much water. The spinach will wilt basically as soon as you put it in there. Turn that on to high. Add some good spoonfuls of salt into there. Do one tablespoon worth. How's your day going, Buff? Sammy has dropped me a piece of jerky that we made yesterday off stream to test. That is better. We asked the butcher shop to slice it a bit thinner this time, and it did work a lot better. Perfect way to use up spinach. That's probably enough. You just finished your biltong. Nice, man. That is funny. Yeah, we just made a couple of batches of jerky, so we have snacks for the summer. When it's hot out and you don't really feel like eating, but you know you need to eat something. Moving this over so that we can chop our herbs while we wait for the pot to heat up. So we got some dill that we can take off of the stem. One is super thick and your knife just struggles cutting it. Yeah. I know at the butcher shop they freeze the piece of meat that they set aside for you, and then they slice it on a slicer. It's pretty awesome. Sammy, would you be able to grab some potatoes from the other side if there are some? Or actually, no, sorry, they're in the fridge, aren't they? The warbas. No, I'm good. Just chill. South African cured dried meat. Parsley stems in the lob. Pardon me? That's inspiring. Well, honestly, I think I've also been inspired by other people. Just honestly, like, taking risks and, like, starting the thing that you want to start. Life is short. If you wait forever, it might never happen. Like, one thing can change in a day, and then it's like, oh, like, I wish I really would have done that. So, might as well just do it. See what happens. It's cured and dried and then fried? That sounds insane. Cured, dried, and fried. Okay, nice fine chop on the parsley. Ooh, and we will use the water from the spinach to soften up the kelp as well. So we only need 1 tablespoon of seaweed. This is what I use. Probably that is enough, because this blows up a lot more than you think. I'm good. Maybe I'll have a couple of bites at the end. It's pretty cool how they do this seaweed. They make little knots with it when they dry it. You'll see how much it expands. It's pretty crazy. Okay, mushrooms back in the fridge, as well as the spinach. Okay, are we frying this in butter? Yes, we are. I already pulled it up this morning. Sammy says, because he thought that there was no butter out. Ha ha ha. Little does he know, I already did it. And he says this is why he loves me. Okay, our water is just coming to a boil. It is better, actually. So 2 tablespoons of butter for sauteing. And 2 tablespoons we need softened, because we're gonna mix it into the salmon filling. That might be a bit more than 2 tablespoons. But shh. Sue me, guys. Sue me. And to soften it, I'm just gonna put it on the stove top. It's nice and warm. Do its thing. Okay, going over. So first thing to go into the water is the spinach. Let me see if the spider will fit into that pot to be able to take it out easily. Nope. Maybe like that, but that's not working too well, is it? What if we just dip it in with this one? Nope. Okay, tongs it is. Tongs it is. Just gonna get a bowl to put this into after. What? That's weird, because I updated it like right before. The title, so we restarted it really quick to fix one of the cameras, and then that happened, didn't it? Thank you for letting me know. Oh man, not again.
Oh man, not again.
Thank you very much, Chef Babylon. Holy. People need to know what we're doing in here today. Not even a category, hey? What am I streaming? Nothing.
Nothing about nothing.
Absolutely nothing. Well, that'll help, wouldn't it? Has Sammy changed his shirt? That is like his favorite shirt. Believe me, I thought about it as well, Buff. I think he washes it every single day.
Actually, I only wear it while you're streaming, so there's no nips. Or my shirt would be off right now.
Do you launch stream elements when you go live or before? I always do it before, man. But yeah, I'm using Streamlabs. Okay. Now that we're updated, back to regular programming. Spinach is going in the salted boiling water. Just until it's wilted, so maybe 5 seconds. Then we're gonna take it out, let it cool down. And chop it up. We'll have to squeeze some water out of it as well. Come back to me. Sammy, I think we need like a baby strainer to fit in small pots. Just to strain things out. Now we can drop the seaweed in. That should soften up pretty quick. You can actually just turn that off now. It'll do its thing. That's going. She's going. I don't have any strainer spoons with like nice big strainer holes. So I felt like it would just fall off the spoon anyways. Yeah, we're in a little bit of a pickle, Buff. Okay, kelp is out as well. Squeeze both of these things out. Yeah, it looks good, hey? The lobster pot. Okay, we're back. We'll let our kelp cool down, as well as our spinach. Kind of lay this out so it cools off quicker. Spread it out. Putting the butter in our pan to make our filling. Cleaning up Sammy's little mess. Sammy's little messy mess. Just a couple of things laying around. No problem, Nike. Any questions, man? You let me know. Okay, time to choppity chop. Done. Now these. It's an interesting feeling cutting through a knot. Seaweed is gonna give a nice sea flavor to this dish, I think. I do want to chop it pretty fine because it's pretty chewy. Okay, I think we're good here. I'm just gonna double check the recipe, make sure I have everything I need. A lot of chopping. So we will sweat the leeks with the butter, adding the mushrooms, and then we pour in a 1/4 cup of wine, 1/4 cup of white wine, and let it reduce. And then we mix in the spinach and herbs. Where does the seaweed go? Okay, it doesn't say anywhere where the seaweed goes, so I'm just gonna throw it into that mix because I feel like it'd be really good in there. I'm guessing the seaweed is maybe a garnish, but I think I'd rather have it mixed into something. That's just me though. You got yourself a new mincing crescent knife. Ooh, nice. Those are pretty fun to use, hey? Okay, so we're gonna cool off this after, and then I'm gonna take out the salmon right now, get it set up on a cutting board, because we will have to take the skin off of it, I believe. Just have some butter heating up on the stove while we wait. The red pan is what we're going into. I want that butter nice and hot before I add anything into there. A couple more seconds, I think. And there's still pin bones in this? What is this madness? Might need Sammy to help take out some pin bones. Okay, butter's sizzling. That looks good to go. I'm gonna throw the leeks and mushrooms in at the same time. That's just me though, guys. Sam? Are you a pin bone master? No? Dang. Thought we could maybe reel him in, guys.
I would do it if my hair was short as hell right now.
Oh, yeah. You burnt it that bad? Holy smokes. Sammy got injured, guys. Oh, man. Send him some love. He needs help. Okay, we're gonna add some salt into here, and then we're gonna give it a good old toss. Tossity toss. Let that cook for a bit. Remember, we don't want any color really on anything. Just want to sweat it. Yeah, man down, man down. Spread this out so it cooks nice and evenly. So we just want this all softened. No sizzle, it says. You know the sizzle you get when like all the water has evaporated and then things start to brown? That's what we don't want. So we're gonna keep that going. Whoa. You got a bucket, dearie? He's got a bucket now, guys. Hand in the bucket. Okay, I'm getting our wine ready. And then we gotta boil some potatoes. How many potatoes do we need? We need a pound mashed, salted but no butter or milk added. That's perfect. Sammy got us a pound, right?
What?
Potatoes.
I think so.
Pantelis, hello, how are you? Welcome in. Gonna give this a little stir around. Ooh, I think we're good. I think it's time to add some wine. This looks like it's about to sizzle. All of the liquids from the veggies have been cooked out. This is gonna sizzle a little bit, and then we're gonna reduce the wine until it's almost dry again. Spread that out. Sammy's lobster oil just came up. It's simmering. You love sausages, Jim? Congratulations. We also like sausages here. Says to watch this pan pretty closely. Basically, we're cooking the alcohol flavor out of the wine right now. And we're almost there. It's starting to smell really good. Follows. Thank you, Jim and Gregory. Lobster is also cool with spaghetti. Yes, it is. Yeah, we had lobster yesterday, but we do want to make lobster mac and cheese. Okay, our wine is reduced. Taking this off the heat now, and we'll finish this over there with you guys. Cutting board's a little messy, but we're gonna throw all of these things on the board in. So we have cooked and chopped spinach, softened and chopped seaweed or kelp, You made scampi today. Nice, Buff. That's always good. I can't see. Okay, maybe I did cut it a little too close. Sammy's peeling garlic with one hand. Smelling good, Sammy. You got your tips and alert things set up. Nice, dude. You are well on your way then. And we're mixing all of this green stuff in off of the heat so that it actually stays green in the filling. Otherwise, if this was too hot and we started cooking it, everything would just turn brown.
Brown mush.
You want to preserve the freshness. And then actually it says to spread this out thin. So maybe I'll do that on a piece of parchment and then put it into the freezer to blast chill it. So we got to stuff the salmon with it ASAP. That's hot. Where am I from? I'm from Canada. I live on Vancouver Island, West Coast. West Coast, best coast. Scrape it out. I think we'll just reuse this pan to cook the asparagus in later. Because there's all kinds of tasty bits on there. Yeah, Raptors. I'm not really a basketball person, but that's pretty cool.
I just need you to smash those and put them in the top, please.
Okay. Spread it out. The thinner it is, the faster it will cool off. Spank it. Give it a little spank. Sammy's going in for the taste test.
Salt the salmon pretty good though.
Okay.
Really,
Hey,
really
Scrump.
crispy.
This is gonna be good.
Yeah.
Welcome in. Raptors are the ones with Drake, right? Yep. Champagne Poppy. That is Canada. Oh, you are smashing it. You just wanted space.
No. It's okay for like 10 seconds there.
Okay. Okay, so for the salmon, lay the pieces skin side down. So it's gonna be presentation side up that we're working on. It says divide the filling in two, spread it out on each piece of salmon. We are gonna wanna salt this salmon first. And then it says sandwich the pieces of salmon together as if closing a book, and then press down firmly to make sure it sticks together. Rub some butter over the outside pieces of the salmon. And traditionally, this actually gets wrapped in caul fat, which is like a webbed fat from, what is it, the stomach? From the outside of the stomach. A little bit difficult to find. I didn't get any for this, but it is quite nice for like holding stuff together. If we need to, we can tie the salmon together to make a nice little pocket. Do I know any Greek or Greek words? I would say not really. Other than, Opa! But I do love Greek food. He makes you laugh. He is way too involved. Yeah, he's got some Canadian pride for sure. Okay, so salmon. Let's get into it. Just put it on some paper towel to keep it nice and dry, easier to work with. Give that a nice pat. And like I said, this still has all the pin bones in it, so we need to work on that first. Get those out. That's kind of the worst, to be honest, that we bought this and it still has the pin bones in it. Excuse me for a sec. So we need some fish tweezers. Kind of have a broad head on them, makes it really easy to get the pin bones out, which is this line of bones right here that you see on this side, and then it's also on this side.
Want me to do it?
No, because this is my next step. I need to take before stuffing the salmon, and then I'll quickly boil the potatoes. We'll make the little pancake mix. Just gotta chop up the asparagus, and the salmon gets baked in the oven with wine. And then you reduce that to make a sauce. So the cooking aspect is actually quite quick. There's just a lot of prep involved. And that's actually usually the case for kind of any restaurant.
Yep.
The prep takes way longer than it takes to actually cook the meal for somebody.
It's like 10 minutes normally to cook something for somebody.
Oh yeah, or less. Like our pickup times at work can sometimes be even less than 5 minutes for some of the dishes. Because we just have everything basically cooked, maybe 75 to 90% of the way. And then we're just finishing things off. Obviously, trying to preserve freshness at every cost. But things like blanching and stuff really come in handy. Yeah, like mussels, exactly. Okay, only half of this piece has the pin bones, so that's not actually that bad. And we'll flip these over, take the skin off. And then it's time to season and stuff.
Always burning yourself with oil sucks.
Yep, Sammy. It hurts.
It's like it hurts, don't it?
Yeah. You got a really bad batch of mussels once? Oh, gross. Did you guys get complaints from people getting sick off of them? Because that would be unfortunate. But doesn't that then just go back to where you got them from? Because that's how it is here. It's like you always have to keep all your seafood tags for a minimum of 3 months, just in case someone gets sick off of it, so that they can trace where it came from, and then they have to go back to where it was farmed and see how their operation is, because that's where they get the diseases. Debearding was a nightmare. Yeah, we got in some massive mussels the other week, and they were just too big to serve. So I ended up cooking them all in white wine, and we're making pickled mussels with it. So cooked them all till they're nice and firm, and then made a really nice kind of pickling liquid. We're gonna let that sit in there for a couple days and maybe put on the charcuterie board. Okay, this was so easy to take the skin off just now. Just came right off. Yeah. So there's one piece. Done and done. Not really, don't have to clean it up any more than this. I always give it a nice little feel just to make sure we didn't miss any bones or anything like that. When I flex my guns. They were fresh but dirtier than usual. Oh my God, that's like one of my nightmares when I'm cooking clams or mussels. And like you're just kind of finishing reducing your broth and getting ready to plate. And then you realize that one of the clams was entirely full of sand. Your whole broth is ruined. It's like, no. Okay. We're getting like right down into here, guys. I always find it's a little bit difficult to just fillet or to skin the pieces that are already filleted rather than like having the whole fillet and starting at the tail end. It's harder to get a better, take the skin off this way. It's a good challenge though. I'm just gonna like roll it off. Just messed up a couple places here. Can touch it up. Not so bad though. I've seen worse. Also seen better. I know I can do better, that's for sure. I think that's actually just the fat though. Just like a little remnant from the skin. That's like a little bruise, I think. Okay, we are cleaned up. Now we can finish this off. So washing up my hands quick. I'm gonna sprinkle these with some salt first. And we'll take that filling out, stuff them, tie them up, butter them up. You had to keep tapping them to close them up? Wow. That would freak me out, man. Just got some kosher salt here. So the filling, Sammy, was not very salty. Okay. Considering my past, you have a serious question. What are my thoughts on using a personal trainer? I would say if you are like very unaware of how to properly work out and stuff, then it's really, really handy. And the other version is if you feel like you never have motivation to work out, I feel like having the trainer kind of like forces you to work out. But other than that, I mean, you should be able to work out on your own. There's a lot of articles online because trainers are really expensive. That's the thing. It's like you have to consider that that is worth it for you. But if you have some goals that you want to reach, I feel like they really can help you achieve that. Yeah, and giving diet tips as well. Okay, so filling cooled down. We have our softened butter. Totally gonna use the butter spreader. Ooh, maybe it's not quite softened. Put it back over there for a sec. onto the hot surface. Okay. It's time to spread this on. I'm gonna give this a little taste as well. That's really good. Bless you, Sammy. I really love the acidity of the wine in that filling. I think it's really gonna flavor the salmon well. Just gonna give a little sprinkle of seasoning.
Thank you,
Jim? Yeah, Sam is blessed. You just never enjoyed it. You always end up in spin or in yoga. Interesting. Well, maybe you shouldn't do the gym then. Like, if it's not something you really enjoy, then maybe you should stick to those other things. Because it shouldn't really be work. I find if it feels like work, then you're not really gonna stick with it. This is gonna be an interesting little sandwich thing going on here. Okay, now we want to spread this out really nice and even. Spatula will definitely help you here, I think. And you want to leave it a little bit away from the edges, I think, because when we press this down, it's going to kind of smush it out. That piece looks really good. Grab this butter before it melts too much on us. Wait, did your knife change color? It might have buff. This is gonna be good, Nike? Yeah, I am pumped, dude. I wanted to make this dish, I think last month, but it just did not happen. So I kept the book out to make sure that I still made it. You guys know I love salmon. Okay, so now we just have this little bit of filling. We can either mix that in with the asparagus or put it on the bottom of the plate when we're plating. Kind of mimic the flavors going on. Okay, now we're gonna sandwich this. And yeah, this is not gonna be like perfectly sandwiched because one piece is square and one is not really. But I was trying to maximize all the space that we have here. Yeah, this is insane. Are mussels like lobster as in only Atlantic Ocean? Nope, we get local mussels here from Salt Spring Island. But they just finished the spawning season, so they just kind of started coming back. And I think that's why the mussels were so big. It's because they weren't harvested for a couple of weeks. Maybe even close to a month, actually. So then they grew a lot, but they're still super tasty. Okay, clean up this outside part. Clean up your board. So we want the outside of the salmon to be really nice and clean. Maybe just a little bit of browning on it. And now I think we should tie this. Otherwise, it's not going to stay together. Lunner. Yeah, salmon sandwich, exactly. Exactly. Okay, we need some twine. Where's the scissors at, Sammy? I'm gonna slide this underneath. Oh no, we took some of the filling out. Start on the end. So we're gonna tie this here first. Not super tight, because fish is really delicate, so you don't want to tear the flesh. You just want to make this nice little pouch. Nice and tight. And then we're gonna go around this way, underneath. Leave maybe about an inch space between the last tie. And then we need a little bit of give this way, and we're gonna go underneath with the string. I'm just gonna take a bunch of string here because I don't want to get the twine all fishy. Okay, so we're gonna go underneath here, and then you're gonna see that it's going to create this kind of knot again. So slide that, and then tug it until it's tight. Oh, wrong way. Like that, and you wanna make sure everything stays in line as we tie this. Yeah, shout out to Nike. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So around again. Try and get 2 more ties on this, so it'll go a little bit closer together. And then through. Okay, that's looking great. One more time. This is the fancy way to tie, guys. This is what we're taught in school. Like that. So now that's nice and tight, and what we're gonna do, see, pack all this filling in, again, if it's come out. And so that's why the caul fat would help, because it's like this webbed fat. If you can find it, that would hold everything together. But now, try and mimic that. We're gonna go around. I think I'll go twice, just because this is not an even square here. Go through one way, and then I think we'll have enough string to just do the other side. Like that. And then we'll tie up here. Actually, I'll go under this. Rook, how are you, man? Yeah, it's been a while since I cooked something, I guess, really fancy. Yesterday we made some awesome food, but I would say it was quite simple. It's just meat.
Simple yet expensive.
Cooking meat very well. Stuff it into a tuna, and then stuff that tuna into a swordfish. I love that, Buff. Let's do it, man. Clean up our strings here. And now, to finish off with some butter. Probably just gonna use a pastry brush and brush it on. Next step for us is to boil a pound of potatoes until they're really soft. We'll mash them up. And I'm also gonna say that we might not want any skin on there. on those potatoes. Doesn't say though. But I think we don't really want any skin chunks because you want the pancakes to be really nice and like smooth. Okay. This little brush. This little butter brush. Sushi turducken. Oh man. Look, back to stream. You guys are just off on a whole other adventure. Because when in doubt, just add more butter to the salmon. Oh man, this guy outside been jackhammering since like what, 8 o'clock I think this morning. Still going. Could just poach it in the wine. That's kind of what you do in the pan. So you're like cooking it in wine in the oven. You want a solo cooking stream with Sam? We can make that happen, I think. Flip this over. Get all that stuff off. But I think the wine and then the butter on this salmon kind of go together while you're baking it and make this amazing sauce. And then you just kind of finish it off with some whipping cream at the end while the salmon's resting. Yeah, this looks freaking delicious. I could eat this. I don't know about you guys, but I could eat this. We buttered her up quite nice. Quite nice indeed. I think I'm just gonna leave that on that board. Probably just wrap this up and put it on the other side. Yeah, we can still see the meat. You missed a spot. Thank you. Thank you, Rook. Actually, you know what we'll do for the potatoes is we'll use the ricer. We'll use Sammy's spatula press. Put the potatoes through there and then it should take the skins out, or at least make it fine enough that we won't have to worry about that. These are really nice potatoes that we have right now. They're new potatoes, so first of this season, and they're not super starchy. Sushi, seafood turducken. What are you guys doing right now? So we're using warba. So they have these like amazing little pink spots on them. A seafood turducken, well, you'd have to start with like a smaller fish. So maybe do like a trout. Or I would do like a white fish. A smaller white fish, let's say like maybe a walleye or something inside of a salmon, inside of a tuna. Just keep going. And then you stuff it into the shark. You guys are loco. Yeah, white bait. Okay, let's just clean up these potatoes a touch if there's any boo-boos or any eyes, any dark spots on them. You want to clean that up before you boil because that flavor can transfer over and make it not taste so good. So pretty cool potatoes. Got like little pink spots on them. They're called warba. Grown right here on the island. This is what we're using at work right now as well, to go with our steak. Feeling better, Sammy? I miss that. I grew up eating that in summers. We'd always go lake fishing. What's wrong with Sam? He burnt his thumb with hot oil when he was making the lobster oil. What's wrong with him?
How is that lobster oil looking?
I can hear it bubbling still. Yeah, I can check it. Yeah, guys, I thought I would have a sous chef with me in the kitchen today. Typical kitchen thing. Oh, something went wrong. Now someone's hurt. Yeah, walleye and pickerel, exactly.
I got it done before.
It's true, yeah. At least you got all of the oil done. Okay, let's take a peek at this, Sammy says. Yeah, we got some bubbles happening. Oh. Well, we can go, yeah, small burner. That is smelling delicious, by the way. Okay, so we just need to cut a couple of these potatoes down to kind of match that size so they all boil at the same amount of time.
Do you want to add any dried herbs to that at all? For flavoring?
Maybe a touch of fennel seed or something would be good. Touch of fennel seed in the lobster oil. I can see that being all right. Yep, peppercorns can work. So we want to salt our potatoes in the water as well. Hey, Mac, what's going on? What am I making today? We are cooking out of a cookbook for lunch. So Joe Beef, Surviving the Apocalypse. This is the insanely fancy dish that we are preparing right now. We just finished making the salmon up, and all we got to do is cook it now. Okay, salting these potatoes. Probably want a good tablespoon of salt in there, and then we're just gonna cover with cold water and then bring that up to a boil. Yeah, this is a shun. And yes, both of us are professional chefs. You guessed correct. I don't need to measure tablespoons anymore. I know what's what. No. If you look at how this looks and the amount of salt that I had in my like little palm, same. Come at me, brah. Yeah, right, Buff? Did Sammy do that on purpose so he doesn't have to help?
No.
Hojerific's gonna be my sous chef. Yes. Come on over. So cold water with the potatoes, because if you use hot water, then the outside's gonna cook really quick. It doesn't really matter for mashed potatoes as much as if you didn't want mashed potatoes. So say you just wanted like little boiled potato pieces, using cold water will help it cook more evenly. Whereas if you use hot water right away, the outside will start to break up quicker. it'll just get messy.
Back up, right?
I cook at a restaurant called Wild Mountain. You're out on Vancouver Island. Okay, so into our potato pancakes, which should end up looking like those lovely little things. We need 2 large eggs plus 1 egg white. You're a BC chef as well? What? Where do you work? Actually, I'll use these smaller eggs because these are duck eggs. Yeah, the info's on my channel page, but the restaurant's called Wild Mountain Dinners or Wild Mountain Food and Drink. Website is Wild Mountain Dinners. You work in Golden at a bistro. Cool. I've been through Golden before. So we need 3 egg whites in a bowl that we're gonna whip by hand. And then 2 yolks just hanging on the side to mix into the mashed potatoes when they're done. We need 3 tablespoons of flour and 3 tablespoons of cream, which we're gonna mix with the yolks. Sounds easy enough. You want nice heavy cream for this. Yeah, BC people, unite. Yeah, you feed babies. That's hilarious. So 3 tablespoons of cream. Oh, Nike. There's no judgment here, man. If that makes you laugh, it makes you laugh. And yeah, I think you do have a dirty mind. Thank you for admitting that. One. 2. 3. And apparently one of these yolks we don't need. And I'm gonna take the biggest one. Save that for something. Yeah, please don't. Hello, duck egg yolk. You beautiful thing, you. Fine, don't focus. No one wanted to see anyways, right guys? Am I the exec? No, I'm the Sue. There's only the exec / owner and 2 Sues, one of them being me. So there's only 3 of us in the kitchen. Busy nights, we do about 60 covers. The restaurant has about 30 seats in it. Turn it over twice or 2.5 times when it's super busy. Okay, it looks like our potatoes have come up to a boil now. That's awesome. So let those simmer for a bit until they're nice and soft. Sounds exactly like your place. Nice. The owner is the exec. Yeah, exactly. So him and his wife own the restaurant. She runs the front of house. He runs back of house. Okay, so we gotta whip these whites up. It says until slightly stiff. Yeah, and we are a slow food restaurant. So all of our ingredients are sourced like very hyper locally and seasonally. So menu changes basically every day. Oh, a latte made with heavy cream would be so rich and delicious. Yeah, I'm glad you found this, Mac. So I do my stream on my days off at home. That way I can cook different things I want to learn and stuff like that. Just have fun. Not that work isn't fun. I just have more freedom at home. And I also like to teach people how to cook. Potatoes just started going crazy back here. How loud is that whisk sound for you guys? You live at work? Yeah, that's what I don't want to do anymore. Most days are like 11 hours. Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry. Everything is burning, but it's fine. Okay, you can see how this is getting frothy now. We're close. Consider this your workout for the day. Your apartment goes straight to the dining room? Wow. They seem really strange, hey? But I'm so excited for this Hojerific. This might be like one of my new favorite things. Like pancakes made with potato. And the most important thing here is actually getting these egg whites pretty stiff so that you can get the leaven right on the pancakes. Otherwise, they'll just be flat little bricks, I think. We're almost there. My arm. What? You're off to Europe to have a baby? Amazing. Have fun. Thanks for checking us out. I think that's where I call it quits. Maybe I should have just used the mixer. Or maybe Sammy can help us for the last little bit. Ugh. Ta-ta for now. What?
Use the mixer.
But we're almost there. I don't want to make more dishes.
Then just do it.
Yeah, twinkle toes. That's a first. Guys, send help. Death to my arm. You guys need me? I'm gonna be dead the rest of the day. Yeah, I died. Okay, we're taking a break and slowly mixing the 2 egg yolks with the 3 tablespoons of whipping cream while we wait. And let our arm rest a sec. This is gonna get mixed right into the mashed potatoes. So you can kind of see how the whipping cream is gonna be a buffer so that the eggs don't scramble on us. So when you add something fatty, that helps it become more smooth. You've made whipped cream with a fork before? Oh, InDogs, thank you for telling me that. It's so close, Sammy. Test these potatoes, not quite there yet. Hi, Diamond, how are you? Whew. It was, it seemed like it.
What do you want?
Like slightly stiff, it says. Here, I'll try again.
Go get the mixer.
We just need more agitation. Whip it. Whip it good. It's said to whip by hand. You gotta follow that recipe. I know you guys believe in me. I'm feeling good about that. I think that's as far as we can go before over whipping. There is a point. There is a point in which it is too far. Okay, so I think we're all ready. Just need 3 tablespoons of flour. Sweet. That's awesome, Sammy. So we'll get our flour out. And then we'll need a bowl for the potatoes to mix everything in. Pancake batter bowl.
Oh, baby.
You guys need to see this pot right now. Oh, man. Aw, thank you for the hair comments. What do I use for it? I put tea tree oil on it. And sometimes coconut oil.
Oh man, that's gonna be good lava.
But not really any other product. Maybe a dry shampoo. Dry shampoo. That's it. Okay, so we are so ready. Yeah, mayo and beer, exactly. You found my secret, Rook.
Kate's a better whipper.
I'm a good frickin' whipper. Like, I'm gonna try keep going on this, but I think we might take it too far. Maybe you need a touch of citrus juice or something. Because usually you can't really get it stiff without sugar being added. My trick is to go back and forth with it. I think it might actually be helping. Izzy, never be sorry. Never be sorry, Rogue. I'm glad this excites you. Oh yeah, okay, we're taking it there, guys. Slightly stiff, it says. I said we're gonna do this. Almost.
Oh, you're old.
Oh, I don't need no mixer, Diamond. Yeah. My arm is the mixer. Sam, I'm done. You missed it. The arm's done. You waited too long. Okay. Yeah, that looks slightly stiff. That looks like it'll hold up to potatoes.
Good job.
Thank you. It's in the wrist. Oh.
Fucking gun
Come.
show.
Oh my God.
I got tickets.
Yeah.
They're in my wallet. We're good. We're going out tonight.
Have I considered participating in cooking competitions? Yes. Which is also another reason why I might be, or I am leaving working in restaurants, so that maybe I can kind of like train myself to get the confidence to do those sort of things. Because I think I would actually be pretty good at that. Okay. That is good. Sammy says his finger's finally cooling down. That's perfect. So to cook our salmon, it says nestle the paupiettes. Oh, you did get a blister. Hoo-wee. Sammy Sam. Yeah, they should have whipping exercise. Arm day. So nestle the paupiettes in a baking dish. Pour a 1/4 cup of wine into the dish. Roast for 7 minutes at 450 Fahrenheit. So 1/4 cup of wine going in, then we're putting the salmon in. Yeah, he has been soaking it for like an hour in dog. That's why it helped. So nice cooking white wine. This is kind of our go-to, Jackson Triggs Pinot Grigio. It's quite balanced with sweetness and acidity.
It doesn't hurt as bad as dipping it into a deep fryer.
Oh man.
Which I've done. It sucked. But it doesn't hurt as bad as that.
Kind of wrecked the butter. Try and smooth it back out. There we go. I think we'll be okay though. So there's our salmon, good to go. So all we need to do now is preheat the oven, and I think I'm going to do that. 450 Fahrenheit, so nice high heat. You can hopefully get some browning action on the outside there. We're gonna test our potatoes one more time. They are just kind of starting to soften, so I'll cook that for a couple more minutes. Make sure they're really nice and soft so that our pancakes turn out perfectly smooth. Yeah, first test for Master Chef, make a seafood turducken. Secret, thank you for the host. Does my husband cook for me? Yes. Yeah, he just cooked me breakfast yesterday. It was delicious. Sammy made me brekkie. Okay, so we have some little baby enoki mushrooms here to garnish the dish with. They don't need much cooking at all. I think we'll use a little bit of chives as well to garnish. Yeah, but I'm not going to. I think I want to make a mushroom taco tomorrow.
Okay.
That would be good. Hey Masters, how are you? So that I'll just set aside, and that's ready to go. Probably just kind of pour the sauce over it and call it a day. Because these are good even raw. Thank you for the host as well. Yeah, mushrooms. Enoki mushrooms, they're called. And now just some asparagus for us that we can quickly cook up while the salmon is baking and the potato pancakes are cooking. And then we are there, guys. These are pretty big asparagus.
Right? Taco Tuesday? Oh, yeah.
Yep, Rook. I did it. I was like, I want some tacos.
On Tuesday.
No better day than Tuesday.
It's Taco Tuesday. It's Taco Tuesday.
Yeah, hype monastache. So let's see where one of these snaps. That'll determine where I should cut the rest. Somewhere up there. That's kind of what I thought. But maybe we'll use the stem to make a broth or something. Maybe with the beef bone from yesterday. Beef bone. You're just gonna give these a little rinse. And then, how do I want to present these? They're pretty big, so I think I'm just gonna slice them in half and then cut them in pieces that are kind of similar to the tip part of it. So something like that, and that way everything will cook nice and evenly. Quick little saute. I'm gonna strain the potatoes right after this. And then we are good to cook everything. Good to go. It says the salmon will take about 7 minutes in the oven. Try this. It's good. It's actually really flavorful. I'm happy with it. Hey, Josie. You're just saying hi and bye before bedtime. Well, thanks for popping in. I love that. Hope you have a good sleep. Okay, we got our leeks to fry up with our asparagus. Put that together. Wash this up. Now we're gonna strain our potatoes. And then mash. We are using the Spätzle press, or a potato ricer, to mash it. So if you can see all the really fine holes. What?
That's not a potato ricer. Or a potato ricer.
I said or.
Okay, sorry.
Is this guy listening or what? He's trying to tell me how to do my job, guys. Thank you for the follow, Diamond. Welcome in. Let's see how it does with the skins in here. Yeah, ricer woman. Perfection. Potato noodles. So see how it keeps all the skins in there? It doesn't go through. I think we gotta scoop that out after every time, Sammy.
Yeah.
Otherwise it gets bunged.
Yeah. That worked really well for those potato worms.
You're dreaming of asparagus, Josie. Hi and bye. And you really want to mash this while the potatoes are hot as well. It'll just make your life so much easier. Potato cakes. Exactly, dirtbag. How are ya? Once again, getting a workout in during stream. Yeah, only a touch of the skin goes through. That's perfect. Looks like ramen, kind of, hey? I wonder if you can press buckwheat mixture through this for noodles. The noodler. Looks like cabbage. You guys are all thinking different things. So a couple of skins snuck through, but really nothing too much. That was perfect. I'm gonna put that in cold water now. Get everything out of there before it gets stuck. Hurry, soak it. Yeah, sauerkraut, that's another good one. Okay, we got 5 minutes to go until our oven is ready for the salmon. Go, 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 guys. So now that should have kind of cooled the potatoes off as well as we mashed it into there. I'm gonna take a spoon, kind of spread this out a touch. And then we just wanna add the egg and cream mixture, maybe a little slowly as we mix it in, just to make sure that we don't make scrambled egg yolks, because that would be not so good. Yeah, raisins are super bad for dogs. Like, you can kill your dog with that. So be careful. Even though they want to eat it, not good for them. Sammy learned that when I got really mad at him one time. I was like, what are you doing? What did Posh eat off the board she wasn't supposed to? I forget. Okay, give that a little mix. This is gonna start to get kind of smooth, right? And starchy. That is why I chose kind of the least starchy potatoes. And so this mixture kind of loosens up the potatoes so that it'll be easier to fold the egg whites in. Posh. Oh, posh. I'm gonna be so pumped if these work out well. It might be worth all of the work, but really I don't think the recipe's that hard. I think the prep for the salmon was more difficult. This mixture is looking really nice and smooth. Okay. Sprinkle in the flour now. So 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. Protect. Posh was protecting Sammy this morning from the jackhammer guy out front. And then we let her go see them and she's totally fine. She's like, okay, they're good people, guys. They can stay. A fiber went in the bin? Izzy, don't play me like that. You know that kind of stuff upsets me. Yeah, Sunny is so cute. She could be famous. So the flour is our binder here. Just need a touch of it, obviously. Okay, so now our semi-stiff egg whites that hopefully we didn't over whip. Sorry. At what point do they get gummy? They're almost there, especially now that I mixed the flour into there. So we don't want to mix this up too roughly now, especially because we want the leavening from the egg whites. What kind of food is this? This is like French food. Fancy French restaurant food. As you can see. Oh, my chef was talking about that show, Rook. He says he really likes it. Bruno. And the episodes are like super short. So you don't feel like really committed to it. Sammy, I'm literally gonna have this done in like 15 minutes. You can't wait? You can't wait, guys. Okay, so slowly mixing in our egg whites. Hopefully not make a watery mess. So we want to keep that fluff. Slow and steady wins here, I think. I want to make sure this is nice and evenly mixed, and I think we're good. So that's where I'm going to stop. Got some good jiggle. It's nice and thick. Doesn't seem like it's gonna fall apart. And I just gotta take this lob oil off for a little bit. I need that other burner. Potato souffle, pretty much, hey? A souffle. Okay, so fish. Roast for 7 minutes. And then we pour the cooking liquid from the dish into a saucepan and cover the paupiettes with foil. Just let them rest. And then we just finish the butter, or sorry, the sauce with a little bit of cream and butter just to bring it together. Scat! Welcome back, 14 months in a row. How are you? How have you been? We've missed ya. Oh, I like to keep my PB&J separate, Nike. Yeah, that golden knife. Heck yes. Okay, the OG pancake skillet. Get that on the stove top. I think we want a nice medium heat here. pour 1 to 2 tablespoons, of oil onto a nonstick pan, warm over medium-high heat. Cook about 2 minutes on either side. They should have a nice golden brown ring around the outside edge. If it doesn't have that golden brown ring, and your heat is not hot enough. And enjoy immediately, it says. Keep cooking when you work. Yeah, we'll be here for a little bit longer. We'll probably finish up for sure by 4 p.m. That's like max. So let's go over here. So this is our asparagus pan that we're reusing. Here is our wonderful salmon that's ready to go with some wine in the bottom of the pan there. And these are pretty thick, so I think it's gonna take longer than 7 minutes to cook this. I'm gonna put this in now and set a 5-minute timer. Just so I can become familiar with how fast it cooks in there. So I'm gonna spray this with some nonstick instead of pouring oil on there. My stovetop is already pretty messy, so I'm not concerned about that. And yeah, we might as well turn on our asparagus pan as well. Little medium heat going on, and maybe just a touch of butter. We need a saucepan for the sauce. No dill on top. Ooh. So I need to just quickly chop up some chives and dill, and I think that'll be our garnish. You missed the lobster? Yeah, we did it yesterday, and I did a quick little video of cooking them on Friday that I have up on YouTube. Lobsters were yesterday. Sammy's got the lobster oil on already. Call me Liam. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Okay, that's warming up nicely. So is that. I'm gonna quickly get those herbs from outside. Okay, nothing's burning. Nothing's burning up, guys. We got herbies. Jackhammer, yep. The driveway was starting to sink down in the front of the house, so we're getting some work done. They gotta jackhammer it all up, jack it up, fill it up, re-pour the concrete. No. Crazy stuff going on outside here today. I don't think I've ever done Arabian food. That's a good question. I would like to learn about that, for sure. That's something I'm not super familiar with. Okay, I'm gonna put some leeks in this pan to start. I'm gonna fry them up a touch before we cook the asparagus. Spread that out. And let's do one test pancake just to see what's what. Right in the center. Sounds expensive. Quite expensive. Yeah, this was a big one for the fam. But I think it's worth the investment in the long run for sure. Because if we leave it, it's just gonna get worse. Okay, this is smelling frickin' good. Hopefully the potato's not burning. It's one thing maybe I'm worried about. Oh yeah, just a touch too high, I think. I'm gonna flip it over now before it starts to burn. But that's a cute little pancake.
Oh,
What's all over your mouth there? Oh, cereal milk.
Cereal milk.
Okay, the holder's there. Pardon me? That is our salmon timer. Holy scat. You won 76,000 bones? It looks like a regular pancake. This is what I'm talking about, Indog. It's madness, I tell ya. Couple more minutes on this salmon. I'm gonna say 4. Minimum 4. Our leeks are starting to cook. Just turned on our back sauce pot so that we can start to prep the sauce afterwards. How amazing does this look though? This is so cool. Yeah, but can you win again? We have no sidewalk, Sammy says. Yeah, right? Do we want syrup here or sour cream? We're confused about this pancake, Sammy.
I would put sour cream.
We'll let that rest. We'll give it the Sammy taste of approval. And I think on that note, I'm gonna keep them cooking. Scat just won 76,000. Rook is upset. Okay, so we got our test pancake done. We know that this heat is now perfect. I love the way that this batter is pouring onto the pan. Sammy lost, I'm guessing. I'm gonna do 5. I think it said the recipe makes 10 4-inch pancakes. But I feel like we might get more than that. Give our leeks a little stir.
That's really good. Super fluffy.
Yeah?
Like, really has no...
There's nothing gluey in there?
No.
Amazed. I'm so excited then.
Like, the only thing extra about it is the outside, where it got a little caramelized.
Yeah.
But the inside's like
Can I have a taste?
butter.
Whoa. That's crazy. That's super potatoey. Mmm.
I am so into this.
It's time. Splat.
That's good.
Oh no, guys. I hit my arm on the pot. It messed up my flip. No! Oh, that was rough. But we're doing it. That one, not so good. Okay. Asparagus being dropped into the pan. Our leeks are just starting to turn golden brown. Give our asparagus a nice little whip around. That is our fish timer. This should not take very long to cook here. I think when the pancakes come off of the pan, I'm gonna put them on a wire rack so they don't get soggy on the underneath side. Everything's happening at once. Oh, we don't have any wire racks, or are they in the dishwasher, Sammy? Are you able to come grab one for me? Salmon is nice and firm feeling. I would say it's perfectly cooked. So now juices into our warming saucepan. Not in the dishwasher? Where are they then?
There's one here. I don't know where your other ones are.
But it's not clean.
No.
Okay.
I don't know where your other ones are. In the fridge.
I don't think so. Maybe upstairs. Okay, we gotta carry on, guys. I will put the little pancakes just on the cutting board. At least it's a wood surface, so it'll kind of absorb any moisture.
I'll flip them over.
You're my pancake man? Okay. Asparagus, I would say, is done.
Shit, slow it up.
What?
Keep winning.
One more spray on the pan. Drop our 5 pancakes.
Yeah. Bucket of ice.
Sammy has volunteered to be our pancake man. Okay. Get this out of there. We need to season it a little bit. Some salt. Oh, looks yummy. I'm gonna move this over for a sec. Put the extra mushroom and spinach filling in there. I think we'll use that on the plate.
There's the extra lobster I got.
Just heat it up.
Yeah, that one is potato cakes.
I think those are almost ready, Sammy, to turn over. Okay, so to just finish off our sauce, we need to add a 1/4 cup of heavy cream to our saucepan with our salmon and wine juices. Maybe a touch more than that. It doesn't look like there's very much juices there. Something like that. We're gonna bring that up a little bit. Go with like a more medium heat. Last little flipperoo on this.
Here.
I can't look. I'm doing the pancakes that you said you'd flip.
No, I said I was flipping these.
Oh.
Eat this.
Whoa. What is that?
Eat it.
Mmm. What the hell?
Right?
My mic is perfect. We don't even have the other mic in there, Rook. We don't have the Yeti hooked up anymore. Sammy stole it for his computer. And then, you know, French sauces. Just mount it with some butter. That's all. And maybe finish with just a touch of lemon, I think. I think we definitely will need some citrus in here.
What do you mean by cut up with
What? Are you talking to me? Sammy, were you talking to me?
No.
Okay.
Do you have your plate that you choose, or what do you choose?
I'm going over there. There are quite a few components in this dish. You can take the pancakes on the board, Sammy.
That's what I'm going to do.
Because they don't stay fluffy for long, hey?
No.
Hey, carrot potato, how are you? Yeah, we don't know what Sammy's doing over here.
What?
Madness, I tell ya. Okay, so we just need this thickened a touch. Looks like we're almost there, just so we can get a nice consistency. But I'm gonna start plating, I think. No, Scat, you lost 1,000 out of 151,000. Beauty, Sammy. Beauty. Okay, I'm going to try and portion this fish without making it look messy. Oh yeah, the mushrooms. Do this. Drop the mushrooms in the sauce, guys. I think we can just slice this. I feel like a knife could be better though. What? I need to take the strings off.
You're thinking about something. So
I was just thinking if the salmon's cooked, but it is.
yeah.
I was just feeling it for heat, really. But it's warm. That's what I didn't want to do. That's fine. Just sauce it. That's hot, hot. Use a cloth. You already burnt yourself once.
Hey.
Guy, he burns himself once. He's still trying to use his hands.
Hey.
Serrated or this knife?
That one.
Okay, try and make us one really nice piece. I was going for like a medium rare cook on the inside. It's like almost not cooked on the middle, Sammy. How do you feel? Quick little touch up.
Okay.
I think I'll be okay.
It's really good salmon.
Fuck, that's tastes good. Take the non-presentation one, please. That one that's falling over. Okay, guys, I'm plating up. I'm putting a little bit of that kind of mushroom spinach mixture on the bottom of the plate. That's gonna go under the potato pancakes. So it's just kind of peeking out there. Peeking. Plate the asparagus around that. So we want to make a really nice bed for the salmon to sit on top of the pancakes. Kind of build up the asparagus to hold the salmon in place. Keep some of the tips around the outside edge for presentation value. This is a big piece of salmon. Get that mess out. We're rolling in, guys. Hey, Magic Cookie, how are you? And then just our white wine cream sauce at the end with our enoki mushrooms. Spoon that right over so it just kind of glosses everything. And a little bit of dill sprigs. I'm gonna do the dill around and then just chop a little bit of chive for on top. Yeah, oh, sauce. That's what I thought too. Enjoying salmon? You're comfortable with how the salmon is cooked? It all just kind of melds together? Is it seasoned?
With extra salt for myself.
Okay. Now we know, guys. Thank you for the follow, Gelfling.
If this was wrapped in coal fat, it'd be
Yeah.
really, really rich.
Yeah. I know, it would almost be too rich, right? Oh no, our camera died. It's been a while since it did that. Yeah, the lobsters for dessert. Good for a Monday. Thanks, Cookie. Okay, I'm gonna go take a photo of this masterpiece. We're back on the other cam.
Oh, yeah.
What was that?
A real magic cookie. Subscribe.
Magic Cookie, thank you so much. This is like a whole nother world. How do you feel about the mushrooms in this sauce, Sammy? Does it go with everything? Yes.
You already have creminis in there, right?
You love potato pancakes. Yeah, these potato pancakes, though, are like a French style. So that's how they are turning out. Ours were a little bit darker, but I like the deeper color. Taste test time. Salmon's just butter. Just flakes right off the side. I just want that by itself right now. Oh no, it fell off the fork. Sad times, guys. Whoa. That's so flavorful. Wow. That sauce is like everything. So simple. Okay, let's try a little bit of the asparagus with some of the filling.
Holy shit.
And the salmon. What the hell? Delicious. Joe beef. Surviving the apocalypse. Yeah, I could eat this during the apocalypse.
Every day.
Trying
Yeah.
some of the pancake.
That was fucking good. Yeah, if you put the caul fat on top of that, that salmon would be even more fatty than it already is. It probably wouldn't need the sauce in my opinion then.
It'd be
But
too much.
I think we did it well.
I think I did good.
Oh,
This is freaking delicious.
I'm gonna have a nap now.
Yeah. Like, I make good food, guys, but this is good. I mean, there is no skimping on the butter or dairy in this, though.
No.
Like, that's restaurant food. It's like, this is so good. Well, there's probably like 5 tablespoons of butter in your meal, just saying.
Oh, it died.
Okay, camera keeps dying. I guess that's a sign. You saw Nike. Yeah, I see that. It's overheating for some reason. Okay, I'm gonna send you guys off to somebody before everything dies. No, just kidding. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today. Sammy made some lobster oil. We made some delicious, what do you call it, leper?
Yeah.
A lunch dinner. I'm really, really happy with this. I mean, ours doesn't look actually the same. I did not plate it the same because I like to plate things my own way and play around with it. Thank you very much, guys, for the compliments. That really means a lot. That's why I keep doing this. Okay, who do we got? What do we got going on here? Who is on? Anyone have any recommendations? I see Daily Dasher's in New York. He just got home.
Yeah, he just got back home. Let's go say hi to him.
Okay, let's go see Daily Dasher. It's been a while. He's probably jet lagged as heck.
Hungover.
Yeah, and hungover forever. So IRL streamer who lives in New York. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Once again, thanks for hanging out with us. I think we're gonna go kind of enjoy some time outside today. Get away from this jackhammer. We will be back on stream tomorrow for Taco Tuesday. We're making the tortillas. We got some chorizo to go in there that we made on stream previously. We're gonna grill up some fresh snapper, make some salsas. It's gonna be fun. Maybe a couple margaritas could happen. Who knows? Sammy wants me to show you the lobster oil one more time before we head out. Oop, wrong one. So that's going back on, and how long is that gonna cook for?
Probably another 12 hours to 14 hours.
12 to 14 hours more on that. Cray. Cray, cray. Okay, bye guys. Seeker, thank you for the follow. Okay, good night everyone.
Bye.
Hope you have a wonderful day. Yeah, thanks for all the fish. You are welcome, man. You are welcome. Thank you for all of the resubs and new follows today as well, guys.
So good.
Welcome in. Are we ready? Okay, let's go show Brian some love.